Hi everybody and welcome to the January Q&A video here on the good old Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Yeah, I know I haven't done a video like this in a while and I'm still working on it. I have an idea for my backdrop here and I kind of thinking about getting another one. And I'm also thinking about getting a better light, which I haven't gotten around to. Look, night shift sucked and pretty much all of January has been nothing but a train wreck of a clusterfuck at this point for me. I had a surprise 2 weeks off of work. I'm basically trying to figure out what to do each and every single freaking day. I got a bunch of other stuff that I want to do and stuff that I need to do, all kind of formulating together. So I apologize that some of the new stuff hasn't happened yet. I'm working on it. One of the main things I want to try to get another camera that I don't have to have tethered to this, which is my laptop. The reason why is so that I can just sit here in my chair, put up the backdrop, which again, I'm still kind of thinking of a way to do this again because I like how it is, but I kind of want to have like a quick just throw it up, take it off. But then again, I might have just gotten this one perfect. I just got to get it a little longer and a little brighter. Then again, another light here would help that. But either way, stuff is going to be updating here on the channel. But anyway, you're not here for that. That's later in the video. Usually I throw on some updates and whatnot in the video. But you're here for the Q&A, right? You're here because you submitted a question to me. You want me to answer it, and because I don't have a Curious Cat account yet. But I don't have that. So, you've submitted questions. I'm going to answer them. You ask them, and I answer them. That's how this game plays. Okay, it's a stupid game, but still. Anyway, I have 7 questions today to answer. 7. Thank you all, by the way, for submitting your questions. I do apologize if I cough. I do have my drink here off to the side again. That has some damn good tasting Dr. Pepper. But yeah, thank you all for submitting your questions for this one's Q&A. Let me get this a little brighter here quick because I can kind of see how I'm pulling up here on camera. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, it'll drain my battery a little faster, but I have it plugged in. I just got to flip the switch on. So once it gets a little low, I'll take care of that. But anyway, thank you all though for submitting your questions this month for the Q&A video. I am greatly appreciative of it. It means a lot to me knowing that you'd like me to answer some of your questions, and I'm always game for trying my best. Just remember, if you ever have a question to submit, just submit it on any one of my videos in the comments section between one Q&A and the upcoming Q&A. And just make sure you put in parentheses Q&A. I'll know exactly what that means, and I'll know when it's for. I usually take it from whenever the previous Q&A ended up until the cutoff date I have for the next Q&A. So keep those rules in mind, and I will probably get around to writing them down at some point too for you. But just have that. And remember, no political questions and no religious questions. Other than that, I'm open to anything. Come at me. You ask them, I answer them. All right, so our first question here is, believe it or not, I know who each and every single one of the people are that submitted the questions. I did see your username. I mean, I don't know you personally, but I know your username. So there's that. Okay, so the first question. Could you separate the art from the artist if the artist or actors said the film or his work sucked so hard? Depends on what you mean by separate. I mean, are we talking like distance themselves completely? Yeah, they could just say, I had nothing to do with this, or I was forced to do it against my will, and people will feel sorry for them. Prime example is I would go with anybody connected to that Lion King fiasco. Or an even better example, I guess you could use anybody connected to Dumbo's live action example. No, I had nothing to do with this, Your Honor. But I was completely innocent at the time of this. It was not my fault. I told him that it wasn't going to be a good one. Yes, something like that, I would assume. Otherwise, I mean, it depends on what you mean by separate. Are we talking like 100%, hey, I want nothing to do with this? Are we talking, I just put me down as something else. I mean, they could go with that too. They could just go by a moniker or a pen name that nobody's ever heard of and not have to do with anything. The only downside, though, with that would be with our changing society as it is and the fact that the internet is extremely prevalent as it is now, there's a good chance, and by good I mean like 98.9%, that they'll get found out somehow. The internet will find you. They will know who you are, and that's the end of your career. Nothing stays hidden on the internet, despite what people say. So there is that possibility. But until then, I would say yes and no, mostly bordering on yes. But then again, yes or no. So there's that. And I apologize, that wasn't a clear enough, concise answer. I'm honestly going to admit that was actually a noodle scratcher for me. So I'll admit, I don't know. I don't have the answers for everything. So, okay. Next question. Since most films are bombing due to the directors or producers giving lip service, along with the journalists, etc., could the film industry eventually go belly up? Although I think television and streamovision might overlap the film industry, possibly. Probably. Possibly. Huh. Could the film industry eventually go belly up? The fact that we're basically now living in a concept of a world where the next big blockbuster is going to be having the cost of a small nation just to have special effects and a whole crap ton of stuff that nobody really cares about, like, at all, I would have to venture a little bit towards yes, it could. At least the way we know it now. Has it evolved since it got to this point and not really bombed? Well, everybody probably said, oh, it's going to bomb like 5 years ago. Or, oh, it's going to bomb after the silent picture era was done. Or, oh, once color picture came in, it's going to be over in like a year and a half. It's the same concept that happens all the time. As far as like television and streamovision, streaming services are pretty much the newer form of television. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that phrase, but if you sit down and think about it, it really is true. You're paying for a subscription to a service that's basically providing you with entertainment. It's the same concept that you're paying for the internet or your cable provider. The only difference with streaming services and television is that television, you have an infinite yet finite amount of stuff you can choose from. Streamovision, depending upon who you subscribe to and whether or not your subscription is still active, you have a limited/infinite sort of choice. The difference being is that one changes every single day, the other one changes usually by the month. So it's a give and a take scenario. But with television, yeah, they're pretty much dead in the water because a lot of places have gone online. I mean, you have like a lot of services that provide their streaming services for free, and they throw ads in like commercials. Tubi, Crackle, the Roku channel, Shout Factory TV. They do those, oh, you can come watch your shows here that we have in our library, and we'll just throw ads in. That's how we make money. We don't charge you a subscription fee. You have places like Hulu that, I don't even know if they do this anymore. I know for a while you could watch some stuff on Hulu for free, but I don't think they do anymore. I think you actually have to pay now for it. But I know Crunchyroll, you can both watch for free and pay for their service. The only difference is if you pay, you get basically it's sort of like a VIP pass, sort of like that fast pass bullshit at Disney, where you can just piss whip your way to the front of the line. And this one, it's basically, oh, look, here, you can watch an anime like the day it comes out, whereas you have to wait a week or two with the free service. Hence why a lot of people plop them up on YouTube or on a lot of those pirate sites, which is another issue with streaming services. But the movie industry and the film industry, they don't really have anywhere further to go, if you really sit down and think about it. Aside from holographic pictures and interactive movies, which would be the only other stepping stones they could technically take, they've reached their apex as far as they can go. I mean, we're talking, we had silent pictures, we had black and white, we had color, we have musical genres that took over for a while, but that was a new thing where they could integrate that in. High definition color, special effects, stuff like that. all of that's gotten to the point now where it's reached its apex. Now, I'm not saying that every single movie in the world would die off. I mean, you have those like low grade ones, low budget ones, but there are college kids for final exams that are making movies that are pretty much that could be on par with something that like CBS, ABC, Fox, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. I don't want to say Disney because they'll kick my ass. Well, it wouldn't even really stand true. But like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, TBS, TNT, low-grade cable channels could pop out on their own. I mean, we're talking like Hallmark-style movies here, and they can do that constantly. And that's college kids that are going for film. They have the idea, they get the equipment and stuff like that, and they can go with that. As far as, you know, I want to say the full-on, I really don't even know how to put this. As far as like the average moviegoer would be concerned, I don't think they would see much of a difference. I mean, they would know with all the publicity, hype, and things like that, but it's pretty much, there's really no good answer for this. Yeah, in a way, it is kind of screwed itself, but at the same time, it's been a slippery slope that it's been going down for ages now. It's not exactly one thing over another. It's not, oh, look, here's this happening and this is happening. It's doomed from the start and, you know, damned if you are damned and damned to be damned if you are, basically. Like I said, it's not really no good answer. The way it currently is, I don't think it can go any further. The way it's going or the possibilities of its future could still remain, I don't know. It's one of those tossing of a coin. Both sides exist at the same time, yet you don't know what you're going to get until it lands. That's basically this in a nutshell. So, yeah. Okay, here's the next question. Did I see the new Angry Video Game Nerd episode where he reviewed the game Raid 2020? Let me answer that question with this statement. I am a firm subscriber to Cinemassacre's YouTube channel with the bell notification icon rung for all videos that they put up on their channel. So I think it's safe to say that I have watched it. Yeah, I have watched the newest Angry Video Game Nerd episode. I didn't like it too much. I thought it was a little on the weird side. I think James Rolfe's going a little off the beaten path. But if you sit down and think about it, he's been doing this now for how many episodes? Like at least, well, he's been doing this for years anyway. There weren't that many games in the Nintendo library for the NES, SNES, N64 that he could review. And he has stated it multiple times. He can't review it if he doesn't have it, and a lot of those are difficult to get. He doesn't like doing emulation ones, but he had to for the for Earthbound, because Earthbound, even now with the NES Classic that came out, still demands a huge price tag of like almost $1,000 in some cases. Some people are charging for it. But he's done like other console systems. I think it'd be kind of cool if he goes back to do some of those again. Show off some old, some other Sega games. I don't think he's hit all of those, and those should be easier to try to find with the Sega Genesis Classic that is coming out. He could always try to do like the TurboGrafx 16, though there weren't that many for it, from what I've been told. What else? There's a lot, but yeah, I've seen the newest episode. I didn't like it per se, but it was fine. I think it was mostly just the fact that it was a throwaway joke that he said, and it became oh, well, you're going to review it. It's 2020, you got to review it now. And I mean, I could say, oh, I'll review like 2000. I'll review like if I would be doing this years ago, I could have said 1999. I'll review 2001: A Space Odyssey in 2001, and 2001 would come around and be like, okay, well, you got to review it now. I could say, oh, I'll review the movie 3000 in the year 3000. I won't be here. You won't be here. We'll probably have been invaded by the Vulcans or the Klingons by then. I don't know. So there's that. I don't know. But yeah, I have seen it. I subscribe to the Cinemassacre channel. I pretty much watched every Angry Video Game Nerd episode that has come out, so that tells you something. I've even watched his old work, which I thought was really good. It's pretty much something like what I do now, just sit in front of a camera, just talk, and then he's evolved it over time as he took filming in college. So yeah, it's gotten better. For me, I have limited equipment, limited budget, and very limited space. Very limited space. I'm working on it, but yeah, very limited space basically. Kind of think I might be able to do another idea, but yeah, I'll work on that later. Yeah, I'll figure that out later. But yeah, I've seen it. Thoughts on YouTube poops? I know not everyone is a fan of that type of genres on YouTube. I don't even know what the hell it is. I have no clue. I'm not even gonna lie. I have no idea what it is. I probably don't want to know. As far as I'm concerned, I'm kind of sticking to my little niche area of YouTube right now with the COPA law that went into full effect now with YouTube. With all the other issues that are going on, I'm kind of sticking to my own happy little corner of YouTube, and I'm just like curling up with the channels that I subscribe to, and I'm keeping them close. So if it's something that I'm not sure of, I don't try to venture too far out. I mean, if somebody comes along and says, hey, come check this channel out, you might like it, I'll check it out. But if it's like an entire genre of videos or something, no. And yeah, I've never heard of it. So I'm being honest. I haven't heard of it. I really haven't. So okay, out of everybody who's on YouTube right now, who do you think deserves to host a late night talk show on TV? Okay, I know who submitted this question. You'd like me to say you. I don't want to give massive egos to anybody, so I'm gonna say you're pretty good. You're pretty good. You're not bad. I've watched a couple of your videos. You're not bad. There are a couple other YouTubers out here that I have said before could basically read something and make it really interesting. The DIY Perks guy is one of them. He could read the damn dictionary, and it would be interesting to hear. It really would. Out of all, I mean, I don't know every single YouTuber. I'm not that wide versed. If I was, my channel wouldn't have 171 subscribers at the time of this recording. But I'm not that wide spread of knowledge in YouTube, so I can't say I know every single YouTuber. Well, Pat and Ian would be good as like a co-hosting type of night show over on the CU podcast, Pat Contry's Pat the NES Punk channel. I know there's a guy that does a podcast that's almost like what I do here with my Q&A. He's the one that kind of brought a lot of stuff to light. He'd be pretty good doing a late night show. Though keep in mind, a lot of late night talk shows are filmed like in the daytime unless they're live, which I still don't believe they do that live at night. That would be bullshit. Nobody would be awake. Nobody would want to be there at 11 o'clock at night or going to like 1 in the morning till they get home, especially in New York. Most of them are kind of filmed like in the afternoon. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing one, to be honest with you. I'd suck at it, of course, but I wouldn't mind doing it. Yeah, the person I know submitted the question. You'd be good at it. That's one. It'd be Kungi Miller. Would be pretty good at it. Here are a couple others. No. Can't think. Oh, well, Aya Soul would be pretty good. She was I mean, when she still did her videos. She sadly stopped doing them with the whole YouTube thing got to her. It really does. She would have been pretty good. She had a really unique style when she talked in videos, so she was pretty good. Who else? Oh. No, he would suck at it. I was thinking the I was thinking Tronic's fixed, but he would suck at it, I think, a little bit too much. He's better off at giving instructional videos and tearing game systems apart. Well, Ball Matrix would be pretty good. He's pretty good. Okay, no. He stutters a little too much like me. Oops. No offense, Balt. Yeah, there are a few, but I couldn't really narrow them all down. It's like I said, I don't know every single YouTuber out there. I'd have to go with the ones in my general area of knowledge that I know of, the ones that I'm familiar with. So, yeah. What are my thoughts on the upcoming anime of this year? I'm looking forward to them. I just did a thing about that on this past podcast episode on the 25th one. We got Dr. Stone coming out hopefully sometime this year. I don't see why they wouldn't come out with that this year. Fire Force Season 2 is coming out. We're getting another season of World Trigger at some point. Log Horizon Season 3. A Gridman sort of spin-off, which would be really cool. It's going to be pretty cool. God, what else? My Hero Academia is still going yet. There's a lot of them. Honestly, this season's looking pretty good. Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise Season 2, which that one was kind of stupid. They split that into two seasons. I thought that was kind of dumb. Just make it like 50-some episodes and give it all in one season. But then they can tie in the model kit releases with it, which I think what their main plan is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is actually one of the few anime seasons that I'm really excited about. Fire Force blew me out of the water last year. Dr. Stone blew me out of the water. I was not expecting them to be as good as they were. I watched World Trigger over the summer, and it just, my mind. I love that thing in a heartbeat. Instant love for that series. And I'm so glad it's coming back. Because, one, I want to review it so bad I want to review it. I watched it. I know the series now. But I want to review it so bad, and I wanted closure. It ended stupid. The anime just ends. It's like a massive cliffhanger ending, and I hate those. The fact that it's coming back, I love that. It's exciting me for that. So, yeah, that I'm looking forward to. Re-Rise, the spinoff for, because it's not a sequel, it's more of a spinoff for Gridman, and I loved Gridman. That was one of my favorites. There's like a whole bunch, like I said, I went through it on the podcast this past week. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This upcoming anime seasons, like the fall, spring, summer, winter, I'm looking forward to them at this point. Depending upon what comes out and what doesn't, I'm looking forward to it. What are your thoughts on the YouTubers being sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? Oh, God, here we go. All right. This is like a massive thing that's been bugging a shit ton of people. I actually plan on doing a rant video for this, but I'll just say my piece here. And I try to make these videos about 30 minutes, and we're getting close to that, so I'll say my piece here. If you want to pitch a mobile game, pitch a mobile game. If you need sponsors, go for it. Not every YouTuber is rich. I have proven that point now on Twitter and Facebook recently by showing what the net worth of my channel is. Zero. Nothing. Zilch. Wait, hold on. Let me draw it for you. Here, hold on. This is my net worth on Twitter. Okay, this is my channel's net worth. You see that? No, I can't even see it. Damn it. Okay, can't see that. Hold on. Hold on. I can fix that. Give me a second. I think I have a pen around here somewhere. Pencil was too light. I don't seem to have a pen. Wow, I have like a crap ton of pencils, but I have no pen around me. Okay, hold on. I have one in my bag. Hold on. Always, kids, boys and girls, always have a pen on you. Always make sure you have some type of writing implement. I can tell you where I got every single one of these. Found it in my bag. Got it from my local bank. bought years ago. Got the Dollar Tree. Picked up, I think this is one I picked up from work. And again, found in my bag. Yeah, I kind of like this one, the little cat one. See, that pops up there. It's really bright there. Jeez. There we go. Yeah, see? I think that's so cute. I think that's cute. The cat thinks it's He-Man. Meow has the power! That's so cute. Alright, yeah. Sorry, get back to the point here. This is what my channel makes. A big, fat, whopping. Do not tell me this. You gotta be kidding me. This pen's dying. Jesus Christ in hell. Alright, finally. Oh no, it's a tip pen. Oh wow. Oh jeez, I hate those. Huh. I don't know why I found it so easy. A big fat whopping zilch. There you go. Nothing. Right here. Hold on. Let me spill it out for you. I make seriously, this pen sucks. My channel makes. There you go. Yeah, so I understand the need and the want, desire, and everything else for channels to get sponsors. You need to have money to pay bills. Electricity costs a lot to, like, get the lights going, your camera battery, your laptop and computer for processing your videos, uploading it to YouTube, which costs you the phone bill, which is the electric, and the phone bill because of the internet. You need a modem to access the internet, router if you're doing Wi-Fi. It costs a lot of money. It all boils down to cost. And there are YouTubers that make nothing. I mean, your channel reaches the monetization round. Till YouTube gets off their backsides, no offense to, you know what, no, screw it. You people really screw this up. Once YouTube finally gets off their asses and gets your video monetized, you're good. Then you have to basically keep the money, ads roll, problem solved. Years ago, it was so much easier because we had the ability, everybody was monetized. You could get monetized, just click the monetization button. Now you have the guidelines. You need to have, I think it's 4,000 watch hours and 10,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. I have none of those. Not even close. Not even joking. Not even close. So with that, yeah, I mean, if you would be like approached by a sponsor and you're a smallish YouTube channel, you're probably going to take the money up. But Raid Shadow Legends is over. I honestly feel like it's oversaturating the market. With multitude of, oh look here, it's another freaking Raid Shadow Legends. It's another Raid Shadow Legends deal. Oh look here, this one's pitching Raid Shadow Legends. I know Nabbit did it, but then he does a few other mobile games too, so I'm not gonna give him too much slack on that. But there are others that just pitch this thing like it's going out of freaking style. Oh yeah, today's sponsor was Raid Shadow Legends, or blah 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 here. By the way, they're not sponsoring my video. I have never been approached by a sponsor, and I'm gonna make sure that I don't get sponsored by them, even though. Because I know Saberspark was saying it up on Twitter that he's been getting approached by them, something about $7,400 to sponsor. If they'll pay him to sponsor their video, or they'll sponsor his video if they, for money. I think Raid Shadow Legends sucks. Looks cool. It's not going to live up to the hype. There, I said it. every mobile game out there has the high point when it starts and the low point when it bottoms out. And in between there is what I like to call the happy zone. This is where, when it comes out to when it dies off, the creators and the producers and the company behind it try to get as much exposure as they can. It's, we're bringing in money, let's piss money out to get ourselves more money. You get to recycle the program here. The issue is that when you start hitting so many YouTubers with it, oh, this one does this one does reviews of animated stuff. This one does toy reviews. This one does this type of thing. This one does that type of thing. And you get to all of them. And it's like, this video is sponsored by, insert. That gets to be annoying. Because then people will start to not care anymore. Now, some videos, it makes sense you get sponsors for. Like if you're like binging with Babish and you're getting sponsored by, let's say, Blue Apron or something. Yeah, that would make some sense. It's a food-related sponsor. What doesn't make any sense is Death Battle. They constantly had Blue Apron sponsoring them. That makes no damn sense. And it's always the same ad. It's the one thing that always bugs me with it, is that if you're going to have somebody sponsor you, let them give you their own opinion. Basically, if they liked it, they'll tell you how much they like it, and they'll tell others what they thought of it in your sponsor. Like, today's sponsor is, insert here, I think this product's really cool, and the service that they provide is excellent. Let them say their own words. Don't hand them pre-recorded gibberish that they have to say, like a pre-written card. Here's what we want you to say about our product. It's always the same stuff that I hear with Raid Shadow Legends. It's like, well, okay, it's a free-to-play MMORPG. Who the hell cares? Most stuff on the Play Store and on the App Store is free-to-play. You can easily filter out free and charge stuff. But a good chunk of stuff on the App Store is free-to-play. The key here is freemium. That means it's free to play it, but you have the accessible ability to become a premium person and pay money. That's where they get their money. What they should say in these sponsored ads is it's a freemium game, where you can play it for free, but if you want some special perks in the game, you have to get your parents' credit card, or you have to get a bank account, or you have to piss up the cash. It's stuff that they don't let them say because that won't bring them in marketing. So yes, I've unofficially say this so that it's off 100%. Raid Shadow Legends is not that great of a game. I mean, in all honesty, I would love a decent RPG for my tablet where I could create my own character from scratch, where I could, and I don't mean like your set templates. I mean like a full-on create from scratch. Battle in immersive worlds with other players from around the world, create guilds. I would like for it to be like some of the MMORPGs in anime, or MMORPGs in TV shows and books and fantasies and stories and fictions and science fiction. I would love for a game like that to actually exist on the tablet and mobile devices. That would be cool. It exists for computers, but not for tablets and mobile devices. And if League of Legends is a freaking joke for computers anymore, from everything I've seen, but they're another one. Here's League of Legends. This thing's free. Then how do you pay for the ad revenue that you're getting? Of course, it's freemium. It's not pay to win or pay to play. It's free to play, but you have to pay money at some point. Nothing is free. You can play stuff for me. I play Contest of Champions, Puzzles and Dragons, SAOIF. I recently just got into Lucid Adventure. They have a tablet game out now, which I thought was pretty cool. All right, it sucks, but still, it's playable, but it sucks. It's not the world's greatest. But there is that. I mean, I wouldn't have minded that to be something more akin to what SAOIF is, and give us an actual, adventure type of gameplay here. But, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Idle adventure, you just run from one end to the other of the map, and it does it automatically. So there's really nothing for you to do. But, yeah, as far as Raid Shadow Legends is concerned, I feel like they're oversaturating the market. They're oversaturating YouTube with how many people they're doing it. And I don't think they're just doing it to YouTube. I think they're doing it on other video sites and other places too. So they're blowing themselves up too big. They're going to get like Krispy Kreme. They're going to get too big too fast, and then the bubble's going to burst, and they're going to fall. And that's my thoughts on it. There you go. It sucks. There you go. All right, and that was the last question that we have for the video. So that's thank you all for tuning in on that one. Okay, let's see when we shoot for the next one here. Okay, let's go down to February. Can I just hit the no, I can't. Okay. On February. Oh, cool. February ends on a Saturday this year. Okay, so you know what? I'll be nice and generous this time around. I'll give everybody until, I want to say, yeah, got it. I'll give everybody until the 24th, which is a Monday. It is the final Monday of the month in February. You have until February 24th to have your questions in. That is the deadline. Yep, and that'll be 12 a.m., so basically 12 a.m. on the 25th. No more questions. That's Eastern time, by the way, because I'm on the eastern part of the U.S. So, 12 a.m. Eastern time, all your questions in. Don't forget, just put down parentheses. Wait, where's that pen? Okay, not the pen I gotta fix. This pen. Let's do parenthesis, Q, ampersand, A, parenthesis. If you don't know what an ampersand is, it's the key that you get by hitting Shift and 7 on an actual keyboard, or just hitting the Shift button on your tablet or phone. I gotta fix this pen. That's just gonna leave that out so I can fix that then. But just basically add this to your question. Q and A. That's a piss poor attempt to make an ampersand. I know. I suck at it. But yeah, have those in by the 25th, 12 a.m. Eastern time. And until then, I've been Andrew Rhodes. This has been the Q&A for January 2020. Welcome to the new decade. And in all honesty, thank you for subscribing to the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel.